Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your favorite YouTuber, Raven D'Souza. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the main hero, basically an uprising hero, unlike Bitcoin, which is actually going to take the entire world of the internet, Web 3.0. So we'll start with the basics and then we'll start going through deeply what Web 3.0 is and where it is actually leading to and how our future is going to look like. So let's go! Well. Welcome to the Web 1 era. Come a bit closer, I'll give you a proper explanation. So basically this era was where everything started, where the World Wide Web was discovered. And this is the era where basically the internet was discovered. So all you needed to do was, it is compared to a library where you just go to a library, you pick up a book and skim through a book basically and get an information. But the only difference in the internet was that all you need to do was hop on the internet and search for information. But the only problem was that there was no interaction. So you couldn't go through links or different clickable links where you can just go and browse for other products. All you could do was just read about the information. So yes, let's talk about the Web 2 space. So the Web 2 space is the space in which we basically live in right now, where we are very free and open to share our opinions online, talk to our friends, interact on Instagram posts, make reels, make user-generated content, whatever you can think of.
Bagels for breakfast this morning, but you know what else I do? I put cucumbers on top of my bagel, so I'll put this jalapeno cream cheese on.
Okay.
Sorry. And then
everything exists in the Web 2 space. Like, you can also, whatever, you can shop, you can talk to your friends, you can tweet on Twitter, or you can even find love online. Basically, like apps such as Tinder and everything like that. So basically, this space have everything possible. If this space has everything possible, why was the shift made to make a Web 3 space? So instead of me going directly and explaining to you what the Web 3 is, I will explain what sort of issues the Web 2 has, in which led to the customization or the invention of the Web 3 space. So the very first is privacy. So when you're basically scrolling online, there is no privacy. The major tech giants such as Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, these guys, they store your data in their servers, and then in turn they have a transaction, and that's how they make money. That's how they are so valuable. So what they do is, this is the second problem. What they do is they try to sell all your data to other brands who try to market their products online. So basically, when you go to see for example, you're looking for an activewear clothing, okay? And you're just scrolling on some random website, and then afterwards you switch off your phone and then you hop onto the phone back again after a while. And for instance, you're hopping on Instagram, and then afterwards you see an ad of an activewear brand just popping on your feed randomly. How is that possible? So what these big tech giants do is they actually sell your data to these brands in turn for generating revenue. So that's the revenue is their returns, and in turn they sell our data to the brands, which is basically a really major problem. That means that even we have the freedom of sharing our opinions and doing whatever in the web space, we have no privacy. Our entire data has been stored, which is basically controlled by these big giant brands. Okay, so now let's talk about Web 3 and why Web 3 is probably one of the good inventions made in this era. So basically, think of Web3 like the blockchain technology. So instead of your data being stored on the servers of these big companies, big tech companies, your data is actually stored personally on your space. So your data is private and nothing else can be shared. So when you're in the Web3 space, just imagine, I'll give you an example. This will actually simplify what Web3 is. Imagine you make a reel on Instagram. You can now claim that reel as an NFT and then afterwards sell the ownership of your own reel to brands who want to work with you. So instead of your data directly being taken from Facebook and putting like giving you ads or on the algorithm, you are actually selling your own data and you're monetizing your own data by selling your own data to the brands. That's how you actually can be in the Web3 space. So the first thing is your data is actually private, and the second thing is that it is not on the service. You own your data and you can do anything with your own data rather than your data being owned by these big tech companies. Okay, all this thing sounds very nice in the beginning, but there's a lot of development to be taken place. The main three issues what I feel about the Web3 space is, number one is user friendliness. So basically, see, imagine, although it's very good to own your own data, but when it comes in the blockchain technology, actually, you have to actually create seed phrases, remember those seed phrases, and then afterwards transfer all your data onto a wallet. But what if you forget all those seed phrases? There is no way to recover your data because that's how the blockchain technology works. If you forget these seed phrases, that's it. All your data is vanished, which is one major issue about the Web3 technology. The number two comes is storage. So basically now as your data is going online, your data is being stored in the servers of these big tech companies, as I told you. But if you actually own your own data, where will you store it? You don't have, if you're a normal human being, you wouldn't have the access to big servers or big tech chains which basically monetize with your data. You won't have access to that. So where will you actually store that data? And if you're not well worth enough, where will you store your own data? In a server, basically. And last but not the least is censorship. See, like there is always, you see there when there is a major server update in Facebook or stuff like that, the main tech companies handle the server update. But what if something goes wrong entirely in the Web3 space? There's no one to actually take care of it, because once you own your own data, all you need is you have to solve it yourself. So there's a lot to actually unravel when it comes to the development of Web3. It's just beginning right now, but I feel like being in the Web3 space, it will be a lot more better, especially when it comes to data privacy and everything else. So yes, that was Web 3.0. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you at least understood the basics of what the Web 3.0 is and where the future of the Web 3.0 is leading to. So that's all from me for this week, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace!